Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to talk about the sophisticated ways in which top companies amass wealth by harvesting and selling consumer data. Understanding the mechanics behind data monetization, the ethical boundaries being tested, and the impact on the privacy of users. Personal data is incredibly valuable and in turn become a major revenue source for many companies, especially tech giants like Meta, Google, and Amazon. These companies mainly use the personal data they collect for targeted advertising, which allows them to charge higher fees for more effective ads. However, other businesses and industries, such as data brokers and healthcare, also find creative ways to monetize personal data. While the use of personal data can provide benefits like better user experiences and personalized healthcare, it raises concerns about privacy violations, the potential misuse of information, and the concentration of power in a few companies. To ensure the responsible and sustainable use of personal data, individuals, companies, and governments must work together to establish transparent regulations and guidelines. Personal data is sometimes touted as digital gold, and it's easy to see why. These back-of-the-envelope calculations suggest that data in the modern world is even more valuable than gold. Even organizations like KPMG and IBM liken data to gold, but opposing arguments often reflect different perspectives. Cybersecurity and data privacy organizations appreciate the legislated need to protect data like gold. Applied statisticians and data scientists know that data is often messy and must be cleaned and expertly analyzed before being likened to something precious. Social media giants show us that the value of personal data appreciates exponentially with the size of the user base. Let's see how it works, how they gather and use your data. Step 1. Collecting data. Collect personal data from profiles, search history, location, IP address, time zone, and other online habits. Step 2. Targeted advertising. Using this data and the trends they can infer from complex patterns, they determine our interests and needs, and you start seeing ads targeted to you. This is more effective and allows companies to charge higher fees. Step 3. Learn how to sell you. Using your data such as location history, browsing time, websites you visit, and what you search for, they learn how to effectively sell you. Step 4. Staying competitive. Companies rely on our personal data to become and remain competitive, to sell easier to you and to show more relevant ads. In this way, they increase their profit. You probably already know how Meta and Google use personal data to dominate online advertising. But your personal data is used by many other businesses in increasingly creative ways. Let's look at 3 examples. Amazon. Interestingly, while Amazon's current business model relies on user data to serve up the items you are most likely to purchase, Amazon used data in its early days to learn how to be an effective online seller. By using our personal data to profile us in shocking and amazing ways, Amazon gives us a better user experience, prompting us to continue supporting Amazon. But we individuals are not Amazon's only customers. Amazon also offers services to businesses and organizations that rely on data, such as data storage, analysis, and management. By leveraging its vast data resources, Amazon can provide valuable insights to these clients, which they can use to make informed business decisions. This generates revenue for Amazon through service fees and subscriptions. Data brokers. Selling personal data is another way companies profit from our personal information. Data brokers specialize in buying, processing, and selling personal data. These companies often collect data from numerous sources, including online forms, mobile apps, and social media platforms, and then package and sell the data to other companies for use in targeted advertising, credit scoring, and other applications. The sale of personal data can be lucrative, with data brokers often charging significant fees for access to large datasets. It turns out that data brokers actively harvest public information, even when we don't realize that our personal data is up for grabs in the public domain. This video exposes how data brokers collect personal information from social media, property records, land registries, birth records, court records, voter registration records, bankruptcy records, and even other companies willing to sell your personal data. Data commercialization in the South African healthcare context. In South Africa, the use of personal data extends beyond the online sphere and into the healthcare sector. Boats et al. 2020 examines the commercialization of genetics and genomics data in South Africa. The article highlights that genetics and genomics data can be valuable for research purposes, drug development, and personalized medicine, among other applications. One example of data commercialization in the South African healthcare context is the partnership between the South African National Bioinformatics Institute, SANBI, and pharmaceutical companies. Sanbi collaborates with these companies to develop new drugs and therapies based on genetic information from South African patients. By leveraging the unique genetic diversity of the South African population, these partnerships aim to create tailored medical treatments that are more effective for specific patient groups. Call for action. What does this all mean? One of the main implications of the use of personal data to make money is the potential for privacy violations. Personal data is sometimes collected without the people's knowledge or consent, and the information can be used for purposes that a person may not have intended. For example, personal data may be used to target advertisements for products or services that the individual is not interested in, or to make decisions about creditworthiness that may not accurately reflect the individual's financial situation. This can result in people being subjected to unwanted marketing or being unfairly denied access to credit. In addition to privacy violations, the use of personal data for financial benefit can also have significant implications for companies and society as a whole. Companies that engage in the collection, processing, and sale of personal data face the risk of data breaches, which can result in the loss or theft of sensitive information. This can have a negative impact on the company's reputation and lead to financial losses, as well as damage to the trust that individuals have in the company. Society as a whole is also affected by the use of personal data to make money. The growing use of personal data in advertising, credit scoring, and other applications has resulted in a concentration of power in the hands of a few companies. Therefore, personal data has become one of the most valuable commodities in the digital age, with companies making billions of dollars by monetizing individuals' personal information. While the use of personal data to make money has many benefits, including more effective advertising and improved credit scoring, it also has significant implications for privacy, companies, and society as a whole. To ensure that the use of personal data is responsible and sustainable, it is important for individuals, companies, and governments to work together to establish clear and transparent regulations and guidelines. Thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to explore more about us in our channel.